What is your favorite farm sim game? We all may have different answers for this, but I think majority of people will think of this game as one of the most successful farm sim games of all time. Let me give you 3 hints. First, a game that came out back in 2016 by a solo dev but is still quite popular 8 years after launch. Second, you can do all sorts of fun stuff like fishing, cooking, interacting with villagers, and even getting married. Last, over 30 million copies have been sold around the world. Yup, you've guessed it right. The answer was Stardew Valley. Although the game is a steady seller and has been loved by many gamers, that does not mean that everyone who started the game stuck with the game until today. Then what other games did the all ex-Stardew Valley gamers jump to find a farm sim games to play? Today I'm going to tell you 10 farm sim games that those players might have played or are still playing. If you haven't heard or played any of these games, then maybe it is time for you to check them out. We have selected 10 games that were rated high by the Minimap users who have given at least 4-star ratings on Stardew Valley. The order of the games has nothing to do with the ratings or sales of the game. So, are we ready, farm sim fans? First up is Forager. The developer of Forager, Stefan Williamson, mentioned in an interview that he was inspired by farm sim or builder games such as Stardew Valley or Terraria. The game has pretty solid rating with 3.7 on Minimap and very positive on Steam. Some Minimap users say this is kind of like a high concentrated version of Stardew Valley, especially in terms of the tempo of the game. If you haven't played this game yet, the tempo is a lot faster than Stardew Valley for sure. There are another clever review saying that you start playing the game as Stardew Valley, go through the Legend of Zelda phase, and end up in a Terraria. Despite the high demand of multiplayer feature by the gamers, the game still does not support multiplayer mode. Forager was released in 2019 and you can play on PC, PS4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and even on your mobile devices. Next, we have Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. You can kind of already know what is coming as the subtitle is literally of rice. This game is mainly focused on rice farming and we can say it has brought end of the debate of which game has the best farm sim gameplay, at least in the rice farming section. Don't let your guards down yet. Just because the game is mainly about rice farming, that does not mean you won't have to worry about your fighting skills. In this game, you will be engaging in battles against demons that are trying to ruin your rice farming in a side-scrolling combat style. This perspective of the game prevents you from getting bored or repetitive tasks that are often required in farm life sim games. Sakuna of Rice and Ruin was released in 2020 and you can play on your PC, Nintendo Switch, and PS4. Third game of this list is My Time at Portia. This is a game where you have to restore your past neglected workshop, grow crops, raise animals, and befriend the neighbors in the post-apocalyptic land to restore and manage the workshop. Some even call this the 3D version of Stardew Valley. With 3.38 Metascore and very positive rating on Steam, the game even has a sequel called My Time at Sandrock that came out in 2023. My Time at Portia came out in 2018 and you can play it on your PC, Mac, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and your mobile devices. Fourth game on the list is Sun Haven. Some call this the magic or fantasy version of Stardew Valley. You are playing a farm life sim game in a fantasy world where you fight against monsters, build relationships with the town folks, and even meet dragons. The game even supports online co-op mode, and with this kind of delicately created graphic, it is definitely a game to play with your friends, family members, or maybe your loved ones. Many Minimap users have been and are still searching for people to play with in our community, so if you're looking for someone to play Sun Haven together, join our Discord. The game was released in March of 2023 and is only available on PC and Mac. Another game that I would like to include in this list is Yonder the Cloudcatcher Chronicles. What's interesting about this game is the world has 8 different environments. In the open world, you have to find and remove the curse that is contaminating your home. However, there is not battle or risk of dying and losing your items in this game. It is rather a peaceful journey where you are wandering around and building your own home. can just chill and relax in the world you can create in yonder, and will never have to be bored because you will always have something to uncover. Although the game was launched back in 2017, there is still plenty of fun things you can do while you play on your PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S. The sixth game on our list is Planta, a cute pixel graphic game where you build your own garden and watch it grow with new plants and animals. The game doesn't have complex build system or detailed facilities to build, but that is exactly why people love playing this game. You can kind of think of this game as a simple farming clicker game where most of the gameplay involves simple clicking but with near perfect balancing. With 3.41 Metascore and very positive rating on Steam, the game even got a sequel called The Golden Acorn that came out last year. And that game has an overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam. What's also great about this game is that it is less than $5. Planta was released back in 2016 and you can play it on your PC, Mac, and your mobile devices. Next up we have Coral Island. If you are a Stardew Valley fan, you have probably at least heard about this game once. Coral Island is actually a quite new game compared to other games on this list, and many gamers say that the game is very friendly to beginners because it gives you plenty of quests to complete and guides you directly to complete those missions. The game has everything that you can think of that exists on Stardew Valley, but that doesn't mean the game gives you a copycat experience. Rather, the game gives you a unique gaming experience of its own. The game's overall theme revolves around saving the environment in the Coral Island, meaning it heavily focuses on preserving the marine environment. You can dive underwater and even meet mermaids. The newest 1.1 update was released only a few months ago, making it even more exciting for the gamers because there is just so much more we can expect in the future. The game currently has 3.65 Metascore, and you can play Coral Island on your PC. Next game on the list is called Stexel. We've had so many different versions of farm life sim games, right? This particular game is a Minecraft version of Stardew Valley. You grow your farm, meet villagers, and make friends online. The game offers two different worlds, Standard and Creative World. The Standard World is the one where you are engaged in typical farm life sim games where you farm and grow your own town, you obtain resources, sell them to new item, all the fun stuff. However, in the creative world, you don't have to worry about money. This means sky is the limit for your world. A little spoiler for this game, you can even fly in this world. Stexel was released in 2018 and currently has 3.12 Metascore. You can also play the game on your Nintendo Switch. Ninth game on the list is Littlewood. This is another peaceful, relaxing game where you don't have to deal with fighting against monsters or animals to get resources. As the game is described by the devs, the world has already been saved. So all you have to do is just build your own town, learn new things, and meet new friends. The game has old Game Boy style 2D pixel art graphic, but it is implemented so beautifully that it won't bother your gameplay at all. As a matter of fact, the game has quite high rating in many game review websites and currently 3.87 Metascore. According to the reviews, many gamers are drawn into the narrative of the game. The game was launched back in 2020 and you can play Littlewood on your PC and Nintendo Switch. Last but not least, we have Dinkum. As some of you might have already guessed from the gameplay, this game is actually linked more with Animal Crossing rather than Stardew Valley. Many gamers have felt the same as Dinkum has many similar gameplay features that Animal Crossing has. However, that does not mean it is another copycat of Animal Crossing. The game supports up to 4-player co-op mode where you can join friends to complete quests and build your own home. You can explore many different areas with different environments like the eucalyptus forest, scorching deserts, and even cool billabongs. With the Metascore of 3.68, you will lose track of time and stay awake all night. The early access version of the game was released back in 2022, and we are still waiting for the full release version coming out in the future. You can only play the game on your PC. Thank you everyone for making it this far and watching the entire video. I hope you enjoyed watching and found some new games to play. If you liked what you saw in this video, please hit that subscribe and like button, and if you disagree or agree with the list, please leave a comment below. I will see you guys again with another list. In the meantime, you can check all the game's information on Minimap's game pages.